Let's get started with our first news. Kamaru Usman thinks it's funny how Belal Muhammad denied Leon Edwards. Belal Muhammad shut down Leon Edwards following his recent comments about a potential title shot. Leon claimed that if he defeats Sean Brady at UFC London, he'll be next in line to fight for the welterweight title. However, Belal quickly fired back, reminding Leon that he'll have to wait 3 years, just like he was forced to when Leon held the belt. During Leon's reign as champion, he often dismissed questions about fighting Belal, laughing off the idea of a rematch, and now Belal plans to return the favor. While Usman finds the back and forth hilarious, he actually agrees with Belal, pointing out that there's a long list of contenders already waiting for their shot at the welterweight title, including himself. Belal? Remember the name Muhammad? Oh man, I don't really remember, but that was actually pretty funny. I mean, come on bro, it's crazy, but there's a lineup there at welterweight right now. Usman then issued a warning to Leon, telling him to stay focused. Listen, I think you need to worry about Sean Brady. I personally think Sean's gonna beat him, bro. Sean's pressure, his wrestling. Listen, we'll go through that breakdown later on, but yes, I don't think Sean is no slide. I think you should be worried about that fight for sure. Moving on to the next news, Jon Jones gets roasted by the MMA community. Recently, at the Young La Pop-Up event, Jon Jones was seen on the red carpet twerking on a granny. Yes, you heard that right. The former UFC light heavyweight champion, widely regarded as one of the greatest fighters in MMA history, was captured on video breaking out some unexpected dance moves with an elderly woman. The footage, which quickly went viral, showed Jones enthusiastically shaking his hips while the grandma joined in on the fun. The video was originally posted by social media personality Ross Smith, who is well known for creating comedic skits featuring his grandmother. However, Jon Jones did not have to hit it like that. The moment the footage surfaced online, the MMA community wasted no time in roasting Jon for his rather questionable dance moves. Fans and fighters alike flooded social media with hilarious reactions, questioning what exactly Jones was thinking when he decided to put on this unexpected performance. Here's what the MMA world had to say: "Get Jon out of Vegas immediately," one fan demanded, suggesting that Jones might be having a little too much fun in Sin City. A non-MMA fan watching this may think Jon Jones is a cute person. Another comment read, hinting at how bizarre the sight must have been for those unfamiliar with the former champion's past controversies. Can't believe I'm saying this, but Guru might be right, a fan jokingly admitted, referencing the popular MMA YouTuber's often critical takes on Jon Jones. Married man with children, by the way, someone else pointed out, reminding everyone that Jones is a family man despite his wild behavior. Yeah, he might swing both ways, another fan speculated, implying that Jones's dancing style was raising some eyebrows. Didn't know Jon Jones got down like this. One comment read, with many fans shocked by his moves. "He seems like a fun guy," a sarcastic fan added, highlighting the humor in the situation. "Okay, that's a bit fruity, dog," another fan bluntly stated. "We been knew he was zest, but not like this," someone else wrote, emphasizing that while Jones has always had his eccentric moments, this was next level. Jones, who is typically known for his dominance inside the octagon, has now given fans an entirely different reason to talk about him. Whether he meant for this to be a lighthearted joke or if he was just having a little too much fun, the MMA community has made one thing clear: they will never let him live this down. Moving on to another major news. Ilia Topuria versus Islam Makhachev booked? Ilia Topuria has just dropped a bombshell suggesting that he has an out-of-left-field UFC fight lined up. This unexpected announcement has sent shockwaves through the MMA community, leaving fans scrambling to figure out who his next opponent could be. Just last month, Topuria vacated his UFC featherweight championship, a move that surprised many. As a result, the UFC quickly set up a fight between former champion Alexander Volkanovski and rising star Diego Lopez, set to take place in April. The winner of that fight will be crowned the new king of the featherweight division. However, while Volkanovski and Lopez battle for the belt, much remains unknown about Topuria's future. Despite being one of the most feared and talented fighters in the UFC, the hard-hitting Spaniard has yet to officially book his next fight, but that may change very soon. Earlier today, Topuria took to X with a cryptic yet explosive post, hinting at an upcoming fight that will leave everyone stunned. His tweet read, "When we announce it, you won't believe it. get ready. The moment that post went live, speculation went wild. The biggest question on everyone's mind, could Topuria be fighting UFC lightweight champion Islam Makhachev? It's no secret that fans have been dreaming about this potential super fight, and with Topuria teasing something unbelievable, many believe this could be it. Right now, Islam Makhachev is unbooked, and he's coming off an absolutely dominant first-round submission win over Renato Moicano in January. The reigning lightweight champion has been looking for his next challenger, and while many assumed it would be someone already in the lightweight division, could the UFC be planning to throw a massive curveball? The idea of Ilia Topuria moving up to challenge for the lightweight belt isn't completely out of the realm of possibility. He's an elite striker with phenomenal grappling, and he's been undefeated in the UFC. His confidence is sky high after his dominant performance against Alexander Volkanovski, and if he truly believes he's the best in the world, what better way to prove it than by challenging Makhachev for the lightweight title? What do you guys think? Could this be the fight that Topuria is teasing, or is there another opponent in the works that we haven't even considered yet? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Next up, we got Tom Aspinall saying he would beat Alex Pereira. The interim heavyweight champion did not hold back when discussing Pereira's potential matchups against different fighters. In a recent interview, Aspinall was asked how he sees Alex Pereira faring against various opponents, including Magomed Ankalaev. While he did favor Pereira in that fight, he also confidently stated that if it came down to it, he believes he would beat Pereira himself. Aspinall had some fun with the topic, throwing out wild matchups in a playful yet insightful way. He started rattling off names, saying Alex Pereira versus Francis Ngannou, Francis Ngannou, Alex Pereira versus Khabib, Alex Pereira versus Usman in MMA, Alex Pereira versus Tom Stolman, Alex Pereira versus a rugby tackle from me. I'm used to people. He couldn't help but laugh as he entertained the idea of Pereira facing all sorts of different challengers. Then he kept going, bringing up more legendary names. Alex Pereira versus Prime GSP. Alex Pereira. He's too big for him, mate. That's where Aspinall made it clear. Size matters, and in some of these hypothetical matchups, Pereira's sheer frame would be too much for certain opponents to handle. But then came a matchup that actually made Aspinall pause for a moment. Alex Pereira versus Ankalaev. Tough one, but I think under the circumstances, with the Ramadan stuff, Alex. This comment suggests that he believes Ankalaev might not be at his absolute best due to Ramadan, giving Pereira the edge. Aspinall wasn't done yet though. He kept the jokes coming, throwing in a completely unexpected matchup. Alex Pereira versus your guard dog Olympus. Fancy that. He laughed again, clearly having fun with the conversation. Then he went even further. Alex Pereira versus Dana and Hunter in a scrap at the same time. Alex Pereira versus Brock Lesnar. I think Brock might beat him, you know? Brock. This one caught attention. Aspinall actually suggested that Brock Lesnar, with his sheer size and wrestling, might be able to overpower Pereira. He continued. Alex versus Tyson Fury in MMA. Alex, easy. No hesitation there. Aspinall believes Pereira would dominate Fury under MMA rules. Then, for a wild hypothetical, he said, Alex Pereira versus two Shaolin monks? I think two Shaolin monks are beat though. Finally, Aspinall was asked about a fight between himself and Pereira. His response, tough fight, but I think I beat him. A confident statement from the interim heavyweight champion. He truly believes that if it came down to it, he'd get the job done. Moving on to another massive story, Justin Gaethje has no regrets about his knockout loss to Max Holloway. The viral video showing the aftermath of his brutal knockout loss at UFC 300 had fans buzzing. Gaethje was seen twitching on the canvas, a moment that quickly spread across social media. But despite the devastating outcome, Gaethje remains unfazed and says he has zero regrets about standing toe-to-toe with Holloway and going to war. Speaking to the media, Gaethje made his mindset crystal clear. I'm glad I saw it. From what I saw, I was trying to get up and fight. It's just what I do. I choose fight instead of flight every single time, and that's what I expect for myself, to try to get up. I love fighting. I got my ass knocked out last fight, and I'm dying to get back in there and get that back. Gaethje understands that this sport is high risk, high reward, and he knows exactly what he signed up for. At the end of the day, all these guys are very, very dangerous. We went through our options. I wanted Arman Tsarukyan or Charles Oliveira, but if I was them, I would never take the fight, and I don't blame them for that. He went on to call out another fighter who didn't follow through. Renato Moicano piped up and then did not take the fight. That was my best option. And then it was just not fighting, and I've been working so hard, that really wasn't an option for me. Gaethje is always looking for a challenge, and he gave credit to Rafael Fiziev for stepping up. I'm grateful for Fiziev. He was halfway, probably more than halfway, across the world. However big the world is, he took the fight. He came over here. I applaud him for that. Despite the loss, Gaethje made it clear that he has no plans of changing his approach. I love to perform, and I was ready to perform. I was trying to make it happen. If you've ever seen me fight, you know I will accept that challenge every single time.